Okay, so good evening, everybody. My name is Tom Bakke, and tonight I'll be presenting my analysis on employee attrition. And before I get started, I'd like to give you a little introduction about myself. I am a civil engineering graduate from the University of Virginia, an entrepreneur who built a startup franchise from inception to 1 million in revenue, and am very passionate about helping companies become more efficient and profitable using technology. And from my experience as an entrepreneur, I know it is critical to manage employee attrition, ensuring your business remains both profitable and maintains a high level of efficiency. According to a recent HR report, it is estimated to cost as much as 33% of a worker's annual salary to replace an employee. So, to help HR staff better retain talent, I created machine learning models to both infer the top reasons why employees leave the company, identify high-risk employees, and evaluate effective interventions. To conduct my analysis, I utilized a dataset published by IBM, which can be found on the popular data scientist competition website, Kaggle.com. The dataset included information on about 1,500 employees with 35 features or columns. And from my initial review, you can see that the current employee attrition rate is about 20%, which is considered to be an imbalanced dataset. So I ensured to address that issue when building my machine learning models. Also, according to another HR report, an optimal company attrition rate is about 10%, so it is evident that this company can use some help minimizing that rate. And through my EDA or exploratory data analysis, I found some interesting trends with the data. First, you can see that age is an important factor, and the younger the employee, the more likely they are to leave, as you can see by the distribution of the green versus the blue line here. Next, you can see that single employees and employees who work overtime are also much more likely to leave the company. Now, to better infer the top reasons why employees stayed and left the company, I built a logistic regression model and performed lasso regression to effectively eliminate about 1/3 of the features which did not strongly correlate to my attrition target. It was found that the following features had the greatest correlation, and the top 3 features for a retaining employee were greater monthly income, higher age, higher job involvement, and on the contrary, the top 3 features for losing an employee were overtime work, frequent business travel, as well as low job satisfaction. So some recommendations for the human resources staff that I came up with here would be to minimize the amount of employees working overtime. Second, for employees under the age of 40, ensure they are regularly meeting with their direct managers, for example, 2 times a month, to encourage both open communication and feedback. And then thirdly here, hosting new work outings catered to younger and single employees to help boost camaraderie and overall job satisfaction. Now, since monthly income is such a highly correlated feature, I wanted to evaluate the income for younger versus older employees. As you can see, employees 40 or over make almost 2 times the average monthly income than employees under 40. And intuitively, an income disproportion is to be expected here, with companies valuing job experience, but this seems quite substantial to me. Additionally, it was found that 76% of all churned employees were under the age of 40. So to help minimize company costs, I wanted to evaluate giving the riskiest employees a 10% salary adjustment versus incurring employee replacement costs estimated to be about 33% of average employee salary. Then I used my best performing predictive model with a cost benefit matrix to see if we could help save the company money. And here on the right side of the plot, the company is giving salary adjustments to all of the employees, which is obviously very costly. And on the left side, the company is providing no adjustments and incurring all replacement costs, as you can see here. And by analyzing the plot, you can see the company would save approximately $273,000 or 23% by providing a 10% salary adjustment to the 53% of riskiest employees. And some future work on the project that I plan to be doing. Number 1, building a Flask app for human resources staff to use with updated employee data, as well as performing some additional cost-benefit analyses. And thank you for listening to my presentation. Any questions I can help answer?